Hello and welcome to Voice of the People Business. I am Joy Adesowa Iramaseli. Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) retail outlet has increased pump price in Abuja, Lagos and Jos. The news of the pricing came out this morning. The NNPCL retail outlet now sells fuel at 617 naira per litre in Abuja. In a related development, the NNPCL retail outlet in Jos has been adjusted from the 537 naira it sold on Monday to 670 naira on Tuesday morning. The Nigerian Port Authority (NPA) has said that it will continue to berth vessels in Warri while carrying out reconstruction works on the Ekrovos breakwaters. In a statement signed by the Managing Director, Mr. Mohammed Shuaibu, it assured stakeholders that the survey and mapping of the channel are at the conclusive stages of the securing relevant approval for the best financing options to fund the reconstruction of the infrastructure. The NPA boss also said that the authority has put mitigants in place to ensure safe berthing of legal operating vessels in the spirit of trade facilitation. Nigeria's inflation rate rose further to 22.79% year-on-year in June 2023 from 22.41% previous month of May. But analysts appear surprised that the increase was moderate, beating their projections at the backdrop of the reforms in the petroleum and foreign exchange sectors, which pushed up prices in June. However, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) said the food inflation rate quickened year-on-year to 25.25% in June from 24.82% in May. The Bureau stated on a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate was 4.19% higher compared to the rate recorded in June 2022, which was 18.6%. This shows that the headline inflation rate year-on-year basis increased in June 2023 when compared to the same month in the preceding year, that is June 2022. On food inflation, it said in June 2023 was 25.25% on a year-on-year basis. This was 4.65% points higher relative to the rate recorded in June 2022, which is 20.6%. Nigeria's oil output dropped month-on-month by 5.5% to 1.249 million barrels per day in June 2023 from 1.184 million barrels per day in May 2023. Also, on year-on-year, the nation's oil output dropped by 17.6% to 1.249 million barrels per day in June 2023 from 1.515 million barrels per day in the corresponding period of 2022. In its latest July 2023 monthly oil market report obtained, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, disclosed that this was based on data obtained from official sources. The report did not consider Nigeria's condensate output, currently hovering between 300,000 and 400,000 barrels per day, meaning that when this is considered, the nation's total output would be much higher. However, in its latest July 2023 report, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC) has it that Nigeria's daily oil production lagged behind the OPEC quota in June as it rose marginally by 4.9% to 1.241 million barrels compared to 1.183 million barrels recorded in May 2023. NUPRC, in its oil production figures, indicated that in total, crude oil production and condensate oil amounted to 1.472 million barrels per day last month, an increase of 3.15% when compared to May production of 1.427 million barrels per day. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NNPCL) yesterday said oil marketers have started importing oil into the nation. Until now, the importation of the production was solely done by the NNPCL Limited. But speaking at the stakeholders' engagement in Lagos, the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NNPCL), Farouk Ahmed, said of the 56 oil marketing companies that applied for licenses, 10 demonstrated commitment, while 3 have imported fuel into the nation. Ahmed listed the 3 companies currently importing the product, adding that others would import in the coming week. However, NNPCL boss expressed the commitment of the federal government towards the deregulation of the sector in line with the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA). It said some challenges that previously affected the seamless importation of the product was being addressed. Recently, the oil marketers urged the federal government to tackle insecurity and suspend the 7.5% value-added tax (VAT) on diesel as part of measures needed to impact operations in the downstream sector. Oil marketers also urged the government to put in place measures capable of addressing the rising cost of food items and transportation in the nation in order to impact the welfare of citizens affected by the recent deregulation of the sector. There are some indications that the final investment decision (FID) on Nigeria's first floating liquefied natural gas fling project will take before the end of 2023. Already, the front-end engineering design (FEED) is ongoing in Lagos, Yokohama, and Paris, with JGC, Technic, and indigenous companies acting as consultants. The group managing director UTM Offshore Limited, promoter of the project, Mr. Julius Rone, who confirmed the development at the just concluded Nigeria Oil and Gas (NOG) conference in Abuja, stated that the stage is very important, especially as it will enable us to have an idea about the project cost, prepare a full budget, and work towards the FID. This is a process that cannot be skipped. The exchange rate between Naira and the US dollar, according to the data released on the FMDQ Security Exchange and official Forex trading portal, showed that the Naira opened at 782.79 Naira per dollar on Monday, July 17, 2023, and closed at 795.28 Naira per $1 on Monday, July 17, 2023. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, on Wednesday, 14th of June 2023, announced the unification of all segments of the foreign exchange market. In a circular, the CBN said all FX windows are now collapsed into the investors and exporters window. According to the Apex Bank, the move is part of a series of immediate changes to operations in the Nigerian forex market. And that's all on VOP Business Show on VOP TV. Kindly subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It is Voice of the People TV and on other social media channels at VOP TV Live. I am Joy Adesuwai Ramasele. Many thanks for watching.